7 puppy symptoms you should never ignore. Do you really know what your puppy is feeling when they stop playing, hide in a corner, refuse food, or stare at you with tired eyes? You probably think, maybe they are just sleepy, or maybe this is normal puppy behavior, or maybe they are just being dramatic. But here's what most puppy owners don't realize. Puppies do not always cry loudly when something is wrong. Sometimes they whisper it through tiny changes. A slower walk, a different look, a body that curls up instead of running toward you, a tail that does not move the way it did yesterday. And some things you do with love may actually confuse your puppy or weaken trust if you miss what they are trying to say. Because your puppy is not just being cute. They are not just growing. They are not just learning the rules of your house. They are learning whether this world is safe. Once you understand this, your puppy's behavior will start making sense. You will stop seeing symptoms as random. You will start seeing them as messages. Let's start with the one most puppy owners get completely wrong. 1. When your puppy suddenly loses interest in food. Most puppy owners think a puppy skipping a meal means they are being picky. Maybe they loved their food yesterday, and today they turn their face away. So the owner tries a different flavor, adds a treat, or waits and says, they'll eat when they're hungry. Sometimes that is true, but with puppies, a sudden loss of appetite should never be ignored. To a puppy, eating is more than filling the stomach. Eating is comfort. It is rhythm. It is security. A healthy puppy usually moves toward food with curiosity, even if they are still learning manners. So when your puppy suddenly refuses food, especially if they also seem tired, quiet, shaky, or uninterested in play, their body may be saying, I do not feel safe inside myself right now. A young puppy's nervous system is still developing. Their blood sugar can drop faster than an adult dog's. Their stomach can get upset more easily. Stress, illness, pain, parasites, or a change in environment can all show up first as a quiet refusal. Here's the part many people miss. Your puppy may not understand that they are sick. They only understand that something feels wrong. So they pull back. They become still. They stop doing the things that usually bring joy. That's not stubbornness. That's communication. If your puppy refuses more than one meal, refuses water, vomits, has diarrhea, or seems weak, do not wait and guess. Call your vet. Because when a puppy stops eating, they are not just refusing food. They may be asking you to notice the silence before it becomes louder. 2. When your puppy vomits more than once or has repeated diarrhea. Most puppy owners panic the first time their puppy vomits, and then calm down too quickly when the puppy acts normal for a moment afterward. They think, maybe they ate too fast. Maybe they chewed something weird. Maybe puppies just do this. And yes, puppies explore the world with their mouths. They bite, lick, swallow, sniff, and test everything like tiny investigators with no sense of danger. But repeated vomiting or diarrhea is different. To your puppy, the world is built through patterns. Food comes, comfort comes, water comes, energy comes, sleep comes, safety returns. When vomiting or diarrhea keeps happening, that pattern breaks. Their body starts losing fluid. Their energy drops. Their nervous system becomes stressed. They may not show it dramatically at first, because puppies often try to keep moving even when their body is struggling. Behaviorists often point out that young animals hide weakness instinctively. Not because they are trying to fool you, because deep inside, vulnerability feels dangerous. So your puppy may wag their tail for a second, then lie down again. They may look at you, then turn away. They may want comfort, but not want to be touched. That's not bad behavior. That's a body under stress. If there is blood, repeated vomiting, watery diarrhea, weakness, refusal to drink, or if your puppy is very young or not fully vaccinated, this is not a watch it for days situation. It needs veterinary advice quickly, because a puppy's small body can change fast. You thought you were watching a messy accident on the floor, but your puppy may have been telling you, "My body is losing balance and I need help." 3. When your puppy breathes strangely, coughs, or seems unable to settle. This next one surprises most owners. A puppy who is breathing strangely may not always look dramatic. They may not collapse. They may not cry. They may simply breathe faster than usual while resting, or cough after play, or make small choking sounds, or sleep in a position that looks odd, like the neck stretched forward. Most puppy owners think, maybe they played too hard, or maybe it is just excitement. But to a puppy, breathing is deeply connected to safety. When a puppy feels safe, their body softens, their breathing becomes smooth, their eyes relax, their muscles loosen. They can sleep fully because the body believes nothing is chasing me, nothing is threatening me. But when breathing becomes hard, noisy, fast, or unusual, the puppy's whole nervous system can become alarmed. They may follow you more closely. They may sit upright instead of lying down. They may seem restless, not because they are being needy, but because their body cannot find comfort. That's not clinginess. That's distress looking for safety. And here is the emotional part. Your puppy does not know how to say, "My chest feels wrong." They only know to come near the person who makes the world feel less scary. Your words matter less than your tone. Your calmness matters. But calmness is not a replacement for action. If your puppy is struggling to breathe, has pale or blue gums, coughs repeatedly, seems weak or cannot rest comfortably, seek urgent veterinary help. To your puppy, safety feels like love. And sometimes, love means not waiting for the symptom to become obvious. 4. When your puppy becomes unusually quiet or weak. Most puppy owners expect puppies to be chaotic, running under chairs, chewing the wrong things, falling asleep in ridiculous places, waking up like nothing happened. A puppy's energy can rise and fall quickly, so when a puppy becomes quiet, many owners feel relief. Finally, they think, the puppy is calm. But here's the part many people miss. A calm puppy and a weak puppy do not feel the same. A calm puppy is relaxed but responsive. They notice your voice. They look up when you move. Their body feels soft, not heavy. Their eyes still have curiosity. A weak puppy seems distant. Their body may feel limp. They may not follow their normal routine. They may sleep in strange places, ignore toys, avoid food, or look at you as if they are present but not fully engaged. Most puppy owners think they are just tired. But to a puppy, tiredness after play feels different from the heaviness of illness or emotional shutdown. Puppies learn through movement. They learn your home by following you. They learn trust by checking your face, your hands, your smell, your steps. When that natural curiosity disappears, something deserves attention. Maybe it is physical. Maybe it is emotional. Maybe the puppy is overwhelmed by noise, visitors, too much handling, or a routine that keeps changing. A young puppy's nervous system is always asking one question: am I safe here? When the answer feels uncertain, some puppies do not become loud, they become small. They hide their energy, they conserve themselves, they disappear while still being in the room. Once you notice this, you won't see your puppy the same way again, because silence can be a symptom too. And when your puppy becomes suddenly weak, unusually sleepy, hard to wake, or not like themselves, do not romanticize it as calmness. Your puppy may be asking for protection in the only language they have left. 5. When your puppy cries, whines, or cannot settle for no clear reason. Most puppy owners hear whining and think it means the puppy wants attention. Sometimes it does, but not always. To a puppy, crying is not manipulation, it is a signal. Puppies cry when they are hungry, lonely, confused, cold, scared, uncomfortable, overstimulated, or in pain. Human adults often separate emotions and physical needs. Puppies do not. In their world, discomfort is fear. Hunger is fear. Being alone is fear. Pain is fear. A strange sound in the hallway can feel as real as danger. That's why a puppy can cry even when nothing seems wrong to you. You look around and think, they have food, they have toys, they went outside. What else do they want? But your puppy is not making a list. your puppy is feeling. Maybe the crate feels too far from your scent. Maybe your tone changed earlier and they are still carrying it. Maybe their stomach hurts. Maybe they are overtired and cannot regulate their own body yet. That's not drama. That's a nervous system asking for help. Puppies do not arrive knowing how to calm themselves. They borrow calm from you. Your voice, your breathing, your movements, your routine, all of it teaches them what safety feels like. But this does not mean you must reward every cry with panic. It means you respond with understanding. Check the body first. Food, water, toilet needs, temperature, pain, breathing, stomach, gums, movement. Then check the environment. Noise, light, loneliness, overstimulation. And then offer calm, not chaos. Because the response matters more than the sentence. When you respond consistently, your puppy learns, I am not alone in my discomfort. And that is how emotional security begins. 6. When your puppy hides, shakes, freezes, or avoids touch. This is where your puppy's behavior starts to make sense. Most puppy owners think fear is obvious. They imagine a puppy running away, barking, or trembling dramatically. But fear can be quiet. A puppy may hide under furniture, freeze when a hand reaches down, turn their head away, lick their lips, yawn when they are not tired, tuck their tail, lower their body, avoid eye contact, move slowly as if the air itself feels heavy. And many owners misunderstand this. They say, come on, don't be silly. Or they pick the puppy up too quickly. Or they force them to meet a person, a child, another dog, a loud room, a new place. They mean well, but to a puppy, being pushed into fear does not feel like love. It feels like their signals did not matter. Your puppy is not just reacting. They are reading you. They are reading whether you notice their body, whether you protect them when the world feels too big, whether your hands bring pressure or peace. Early social learning is not about flooding a puppy with experiences. It is about helping them form safe emotional associations. A new person plus calm distance. A new sound plus gentle reassurance. A new place plus your steady presence. That is how confidence grows, not by forcing courage, by building safety. If your puppy hides or shakes often, do not shame them. Do not label them as weak. Do not turn fear into a personality. Fear is not who your puppy is. Fear is what their body is feeling in that moment. And when you respect the small signals, your puppy learns something powerful. My person sees me before I have to break down. 7. When your puppy suddenly acts different with you. The last one is the one that changes everything. Most puppy owners notice big symptoms: vomiting, diarrhea, coughing, limping, crying, but they miss the most personal symptom of all: a change in connection. Your puppy may stop greeting you the same way. They may avoid your hand. They may sleep farther away. They may stare at you but not come closer. They may become clingier than usual. They may growl when touched, not because they are turning bad, but because something inside or around them feels unsafe. Most puppy owners think behavior changes are training problems, but to a puppy, behavior is memory in motion. They remember your tone, your smell, your footsteps, the way you reach down, the way you react when they make a mistake, the way the room feels when you are stressed. You thought you were training your puppy, but quietly, your puppy was learning you too. If you become unpredictable, they may become nervous. If pain appears in their body, they may protect themselves. If a routine disappears, they may become unsettled. If they are overwhelmed, they may seem disobedient when they are actually confused. That's not stubbornness, that's confusion. And sometimes, that sudden change in behavior is the first sign of illness, pain, fear, or broken trust. A puppy who growls when picked up may have pain. A puppy who stops playing may feel sick. A puppy who follows you everywhere may be afraid of being left. A puppy who avoids you may not be rejecting you. They may be unsure what version of you they are going to get. This is how trust is built, not in one big moment, but in hundreds of small ones. The gentle voice after an accident, the patience when they are scared, the vet visit when something feels wrong, the routine that tells their body, you can rest now, the hand that waits instead of grabs. The person who notices before the puppy has to scream. That is what makes you home. Puppies do not understand love the way humans do. They do not understand that you work hard to buy their food. They do not understand that you worry about them at night. They do not understand the future you imagine with them. They understand safety. They understand consistency, calmness, routine, gentle attention. The smell of the person who returns, the voice that does not scare them, the hands that help, the eyes that notice when something is wrong. So when your puppy shows a symptom, do not only ask, "How do I stop this?" Ask, "What is my puppy trying to tell me?" Because every symptom has a message. Some are small, some are urgent, some are emotional, some are physical, but all of them deserve your attention. Your puppy is not trying to make your life difficult. They are trying to survive a world they do not fully understand yet. And somehow, in that big, confusing world, they chose to trust you. To your puppy, you are not just the person in the house. You are the reason the house feels like home. If this changed the way you see your puppy, write their name in the comments and tell me which part made the most sense. And if you want to understand what your puppy has been trying to tell you all along, subscribe, because we're going deeper into puppy psychology together.